Opening week is presented by PNC Bank, and tonight it is game 2 of the first 4-game series of 2025 from South Florida in Lone Depot Park, home of the Miami Marlins. The Fish walked off the Bucks yesterday, opening day, so the Pirates looking to even the score. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk and Hannah Mears. And Bob, we got some bad news after the game. We knew it wasn't great news that the man who hit the home run that gave the Pirates a 4-1 lead, Nick Gonzalez, hit the home run, but he hobbled around the bases. Today we find out he's got a fractured ankle. He's going on the injured list.
Yeah, well, you know, we kind of knew something was bothering him there that last part of spring training. That he just didn't look right. And we went back and we remember, we were doing that game. We remember when he got hit. He got taken out of the game later. And ever since that, I think it's just been bothering him a little. And then, of course, last night he must have done something to make it worse, because as soon as he hit the ball over the fence, he immediately almost started, well, he did. He started hopping to first base. So it was bad enough to where they had to get it checked out. Find out he's got a broken ankle.
Back to Pittsburgh to check it out with a foot specialist, but he goes on the injured list. Well, the Pirates signed Adam Frazier as a free agent this winter, a 1-year deal. The veteran left-handed batter who was drafted by the Pirates, spent his first 5.5 years in a Bucco uniform, had some big moments helping the Pirates when he was here the first time, and he'll fill in for a time at second base. They have some other options, but we'll see a lot of Adam Frazier.
And this is why you have a guy like him on your roster for these moments. A veteran that's been around. He's done a lot of stuff, played a lot of positions. He'll go in there, and we really won't notice too much, especially if he finds that stroke that he used to have as a Pirate. When he left us, he's one of the best hitters in the National League.
And Manuel Valdez, who we saw in spring training, was signed as a free agent this winter. He will replace Gonzalez on the roster. We come back. We're going to talk Mitch Keller getting the start tonight against the Fish. Hello, hello, hello. This is a mic check. roof is open here at Lone Depot Park. Wind is swirling. And we check out our PNC Bank prep cam, and there he is preparing for his first start. He was the opening day starter here last year, the 28-year-old Mitch Keller.
You know, Greg, that game, losing it last night in the ninth inning, kind of left a little bit of a bad taste in everybody's mouth. How many times over the last 3 years has Keller come on after a game like that and really picked up everybody's spirits? I mean, he's done a great job in these last 3 years, and I expect him to do just that tonight.
See what he has done. His 7th big league season, 131 starts, 4th most by a Pirate in 25 years. Last 3 seasons, 29 W's in the area over 4. Been really good the first half last couple of years. He's been good here at Lone Depot Park. 3 starts at .275 ERA.
Yeah, he's the guy you want out there tonight, and thank goodness he's going to the hill.
And in the lineup, some Pirate veterans and some of the younger Bucks. Veteran Tommy Pham, veteran IKF Joey Bart behind the dish, Mitch Keller on the hill.
It was very windy, but now in the evening it seems to be calming down a little, so it might be just a gorgeous night here in South Florida.
There's Mitch Keller. There's Mike Rebello, Brent Strom, new assistant pitching coach, Matt Haig, the hitting coach for the Pirates. Talking to Derek Shelton before the game about last night's 5-4 loss, the walk-off, first walk-off on opening day for the Marlins in their history. And there is Connor Gillespie, the 27-year-old from Earlysville, Virginia, making his first major league start. A little bit of time with the Cleveland Guardians last year. This will be his first start. And he's facing this Pirate lineup, very similar to last night. Tommy Pham, Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, 1-2-3. Joey Bart hits cleanup once again. Andrew McCutcheon as the DH. Ke'Bryan Hayes hit 8th last night, but with Nick Gonzalez out, Hayes hits 6th. Then it's Endy Rodriguez, Adam Frazier, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
There's Gillespie's numbers last season. He's just had those three relief appearances. I think those came with Cleveland. And Greg, as you were telling me earlier, his minor league numbers, he really shut down right-hand hitters last year.
They only hit under 200 against him.
Well, yeah, won something. So we'll look for that tonight, see how he does.
His defense: Kyle Stowers, Derek Hill, Griffin Conant in the outfield, left to right, Graham Pauley, Xavier Edwards on the left side of the infield, Otto Lopez, Matt Mervis on the right side. His catcher tonight is Liam Hicks, who will make his major league debut. Nick Fortes caught last night. There is Liam Hicks, a Rule 5 pickup for the winner by the Marlins.
Big glove, doesn't it? Almost look like a knuckleball glove.
And these catchers are going to huge gloves now, many of them. Hicks with Chad Fairchild calling balls and strikes. Ben May, Roberto Ortiz, Bill Miller on the bases.
Well, if the big glove is better for framing, or
I think that's probably a lot to do with it.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So here's Tommy Pham. Was 1 for 3, was hit by a pitch, drew a walk, doubled in the 9th inning. Struck out his first 2 times up last night against Sandy Alcantara, and we are underway for Game 2 of the 2025 season. That's what Pham did last year with 3 clubs: White Sox, Cardinals, and Royals. Connor Gillespie, 9th round pick of the Orioles in 2019 out of Virginia Commonwealth. One and one. Didn't mean to, but fouls it off. A ball and 2 strikes on Tommy Pham. Turned 37 on March the 8th.
Cutter, a little bigger breaking ball before that. Get strike 1 with the slider. You would think with those numbers he has against right-handers, he should have a pretty effective breaking ball.
92 up and in on Pham. Gillespie was taken by the Cleveland Guardians in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft in December of 2023. Foul ground. And the catcher, Liam Hicks. That was a
big glove.
Basket catch, yeah.
That's a long way for a catcher to go to catch a foul ball. I mean, he was halfway down in front of the dugout. Got rid of the helmet. Nice play.
Checking on the
something wrong with the mound. They're telling him you have to throw from the rubber. You can't can't scoot forward.
Rule 80, what is it? The blast line. Rule 801.
I don't know.
Rule 801. Earl Weaver. Game 7 of the 71 World Series came out.
What is 801? I have to read it and see.
So Blast had to be pitching. Had to have his foot squarely on the rubber. And now Reynolds, 1 for 4 with a walk last night, has a base hit with 2 outs in the 5th inning against Alcantara. He raced a 1-0 deficit. Base hit up the middle that scored 2, gave the Pirates a 2-1 lead in the 5th inning. This is in, a ball and a strike on the Pirates right fielder. With 24 homers, drove in 86 runs last year. He's in his 7th season now with the Pirates.
And he signed to a long-term contract too. He'd be around for a while.
Bounce to first, 2 outs.
Been Mr. Consistent.
Yeah. 3rd year of his 8-year deal. Matt Mervis.
He's consistent like game to game too. He rounded to first yesterday. His first at bat and his second at bat.
Yep.
So he's starting off kind of the same way, and then he ended up with a couple RBIs. Got that big hit.
O'Neill Cruz. Bob talked last year about how he liked the angry Cruz. Well, he's angry. Hits it really hard, but right at Lopez, the second baseman. And Cruz racing down that line is retired. And now Mitch Keller time. When he got there, the umpires were there discussing that mound. What are you thinking, Bob?
Well, it had something to do with where the foot is. See, this is what happens, Greg, and they put a lot of clay in front of the rubber because guys are always digging at it. Well, if it's nice and damp, you can, as the game progresses, you can move forward if you keep the rubber dirty. Oh, and the lineup. Go ahead.
Xavier Edwards, Kyle Stowers, Jonah Bride, 1, 2, 3. Then it's Matt Mervis, Otto Lopez, and Griffin Conine with Liam Hicks following. Derek Hill and Graham Pauley. And Edwards at the plate. He was pesky in last night's game, and a fly ball that will drop in for a base hit.
Take a look at Mitch numbers, brought to you by the Pennsylvania State Lottery. Another good solid year last season. As I was saying, Greg, as you pitch, you know, you're pushing that clay, stacking it up in front of the rubber. And if you don't ever really dig it out, by the third inning, your fastball is a good half a foot quicker now, because you're 6 inches in front of the rubber. You got to keep the rubber dirty. And if both pitchers will play the game correctly, then nobody is to the wiser.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's what they were talking about there, was keeping an eye on him, and was he trying to do something on purpose? This is a true story in Philadelphia. Nobody was saying a thing, and I was as far as the front of the rubber as I've ever been in my life. I was way out there. And their pitcher was
chance for 2. Quick throw from Frazier to IKF and on to first. Double play.
He was getting knocked around a little bit. And he was digging. He was throwing from the other side of the rubber, at the other end of it. And so he kept throwing from the rubber. And I kept moving my hole further. About the 4th or 5th inning or whatever, I went out there, and I think it was the third base umpire. He came over and he says, "Hey," he goes, "they're really complaining a lot." He goes, "You're going to have to move back to the rubber."
Really?
So you know, it's like a thing that like, they kind of know about, but you know, let's just play.
Yeah.
Everything's going good. You know,
nobody's complaining.
Nowadays, it's a little different. I think it's a different era, so to speak. But 30, 40 years ago, it very seldom was a big issue.
long as you weren't too far out there in front, if you know what I mean.
Fouled off sharply by Jonah Bride, who was 1 for 3 with a walk.
Well, we could see when that shot we had of them talking, Keller went up there. See where Keller put his foot in the other guy's hole there, and you could see there was probably about 2 inches of daylight between the side of his foot and the front edge of the rubber.
Here comes Brian Reynolds.
Catches everything.
Make a tremendous catch in right field to rob Jonah Bride. Leadoff hit, then a double play and a diving catch. To rob Jonah Bride, and now Joey Bart leads off against Connor Gillespie. Pirates did not play good defense opening day, so making up for it here. That nice double play turned after the speedster Edwards reached on a leadoff hit, and then the play Reynolds just made. Bart last night was 0 for 4 hit by a pitch.
Something Keller has got really the hang of as his career has gone along is getting that ground ball when he really needs it and getting those double plays. He does a good job with that. Starts off right here in the first inning doing that, getting a big double play. We're probably going to show that Reynolds catch again. Everybody watch his throwing hand as he catches the ball, and you'll see why guys don't really, especially outfielders, don't like diving on artificial surface.
Curveball misses, 3-1. We will see that in just a moment. Bart, McCutchen, Hayes here in the second. Leadoff walk. Here's the Reynolds catch.
Now watch his throwing hand. Keep your eye on that. I mean, you can watch the glove too if you want, but the throwing hand, it's interesting.
Ouch.
Yeah. Watch. It's this. The second he's not looking at the ball. Is it a glove? Nothing. Just had a nice carpet burn on his throwing hand. I don't really like doing that.
Now time called right away. The catcher, Liam Hicks.
Yeah,
that pitch.
You say, hey, we can't be afraid of the bat. We're going to get ourselves in trouble. Walk the leadoff guy, and then ball one to McCutchen.
Well, last night the pitching staffs combined to walk 13, hit 3 batters. And of course, both clubs combined to strike out 22 times. McCutchen grounded out twice and flied out twice in the opener. 2 balls, no strikes. Gillespie last year allowed 22 home runs, tied for 5th most in the International League, AAA level. Strike top of the zone. McCutchen not too sure. It's 2-1. He is sitting on 235 career homers, 5 shy of Roberto Clemente for 3rd most in the history of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And a fly ball to right. Griffin Conine
just missed that one. You know, when Kutch is really right, you know, he's in one of them spells where he hits 400 for a week. He gets a little bit more on top of that ball and drives it into that gap. Just underneath that one a little.
Well, Hayes had that line single to right field in the 5th inning last night. Came with 2 outs.
That was the beginning of the end for Alcantara.
Yeah, he walked the next 2 and then gave up the 2-run single to Reynolds. Alcantara went 4 2/3, gave up a couple of runs.
He was when he 0-2 on Hayes at that bat. He jumped up.
Yes, he was.
Him.
Yep. And Hayes is in the hole here 0-2.
He's 1 pitch from getting out of getting the at bat over and never got out of the inning. It was a nice approach that Hayes had. He didn't jump out too quick on anything. He just the old 2-strike approach with the line drive off the fastball to right field.
A look there in the dugout. Matt Haig, back in a Pirates uniform, former Pirate player, now the hitting coach. Well, Hicks thought maybe would get a call. Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone.
Looks like it might have caught the edge, but not enough to get the call.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bart aboard. He walked.
Oh, wow, he chased that time. He was looking breaking ball, I think. Stayed alive, though.
Still 1-2. Breaking ball missing. And now 2-2 on Hayes. Hit just .213 last year. A lot of time on the injured list.
And in the minors, he probably gets a lot of swings at pitches like that right there. Might be one of the reasons he has those real good numbers against the right-handers.
Is out of play.
Seems to throw a lot of breaking balls.
Pirates probably got a pretty good scouting report from their new bullpen coach, Miguel Perez, who had been the AAA manager at Indianapolis for the Pirates last 3 years, and he saw Connor Gillespie 3 times while pitching for the Columbus team, the AAA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. And that misses. So now it's 3-2 on Hayes after Gillespie was out in front 0-2. Gillespie had 3 outings against Indy last year, 2 long relief appearances, got wins in both instances. 3-2. Gets a pop up on the infield. Shortstop Edwards for the 2nd out.
He got enough of the strike zone to get the swing on that one. But there's been a few that you're just missing, like the pitch before that, where I can almost, I can feel what he's thinking. He's like, why aren't they swinging at those? And that's one of the differences between the major leagues and the minor leagues is the hitters up here will chase much less, especially some of the better hitters. Like a guy like McCutcheon, you're not getting him to chase anything hard.
Andy Rodriguez pops out, so leadoff walk. Next 3 retired, 1.5, nothing.
Bryan Reynolds really does it all. Last inning, he robbed the Miami Marlins of a hit, and yesterday he broke the internet when a commercial that he starred in was released. The commercial was for Ryan Reynolds' Aviation American Gin Company. Bryan Reynolds told me that this experience was really cool as his acting highlighted his quick-witted sense of humor, using his monotone voice to pretend to struggle through a script that was meant to sound as though Ryan Reynolds did not understand the sport of baseball while writing the piece. And behind the scenes, it took about 4 hours to film, but the part they actually used, he wants everyone to know that he nailed in 1 try. He confirmed 2 things after that commercial as well. 1, he's not closed the door on a comedic career after baseball, and 2, he whips up a mean gin and tonic after they made him make about 30 during the filming process. But Greg, we'll be able to play some of that commercial shortly for everyone to witness, as Reynolds now considers himself a movie star.
Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, Bryan Reynolds, not to be confused, the actor Ryan Reynolds.
I'm looking forward to this commercial. I can see this because I love his voice. I think his voice is awesome.
Ryan or Brian?
Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds also does, in addition to his great acting career, also does some voice acting work. 1 and 2, and right there is Hayes to retire Matt Mervis. Here's part of Bryan Reynolds responding to Ryan Reynolds.
So every drink you make will bat 100. I think he means 1,000. But take it from me, all-star outfielder Bryan Reynolds, Aviation Gin always hits a triple play. That doesn't mean what he thinks it means.
Acts like he's this big baseball fan.
But I mean, how about Brian's voice?
Oh, yeah.
It is so
great.
good.
It's so country, isn't it?
It's just, I love it.
Yep. It's.
But he's not real super talkative, so he's
Yeah.
like, he just kind of
It's a great idea.
gives you a little bit at a time. You know?
Deadpanned.
Yeah.
Bouncing ball, and that's just foul by Otto Lopez. Past third.
Do you think he's kind of like Jeff King in that regard? Like is there any similarity there?
Maybe.
Like the deadpan, doesn't talk much.
Yeah. No disrespect to Jeff King, but maybe Brian has even a little bit better sense of humor. I don't mean that disrespectfully, Jeff King. Now, you've told me in the past, having been King's teammate, that he would do some things. I don't know if it was trying to be funny or
ultra
just funny.
Deadpan. And
yeah,
he would just
so deadpan that
and it's funny, and it's like, does he know it's funny?
You got to tell the story about where he couldn't see, and I think you were pitching.
Oh yeah. It was a. I've told this a couple times.
We're going to talk about that in just a moment after we show you the Levin Furniture and Mattress defense. You saw Reynolds make that play last inning. O'Neill Cruz in center. Tommy Pham is in left. Andy Rodriguez and Adam Frazier on the right side of the infield. IKF, D. Brian Hayes on the left side. Joey Bart behind the plate. And I think was Jeff King playing third base?
Yeah, he playing third base. It was at Three River Stadium. And
okay.
Ray comes out. We have some kind of a meeting at the mound. You know, like, yeah, here comes everybody. All the infielders come in, and whatever is being said, and everybody leaves, except Jeff King, who never says anything to anybody. Hardly ever. Never says anything in a mound meeting. A lot of times doesn't even come over. And now he's still standing on the mound, and everybody's gone back. I've got the rosin bag, and I turn around. Whoa, there it is, right there on the mound.
What are you doing here?
He looks at me and he goes, "Whatever you do," in that deadpan voice, he goes, "Don't let him hit it to me. I can't see a thing." And I'm like, huh? Yeah, he goes, "I can't see anything. Don't let him hit it to me." And he wore contacts, and he's just blinking his eyes and stuff. And I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. Well, within 2 pitches later, they hit a rocket to third. He just picks it like it's nothing. I mean, he was like,
yeah.
You know, we talk about how good our third. He was right
as
there.
As good as anybody.
Just picks it, throws him out, and we're jogging off. And he goes, "I said don't let him hit it to me." It's just, but that voice of his and the way he did it, and that's kind of reminds me of
Reynolds.
Brian a little bit. They're kind of the same person.
Yeah, very, as you say, dry.
And they're not real super overly talkative. Yeah. You know, just talk, have a conversation with them, but. Same type guy. But his voice is not as good as Brian's. Yeah. Brian's got the great voice.
Base hit will put runners at first and third with 1 out for Griffin Conine. Griffin Conine yesterday was 0 for 2. So he collects his first hit of the early season.
Split the infielders perfectly. Cruz with a 360 spin and fired right to second.
Yeah, he admitted that he made a mistake yesterday throwing the ball home, allowing the batter runner to advance to second base in that 8th inning.
Well, right now is when you make the decisions of where you're going to throw the ball.
And it's Liam Hicks.
What inning is it? What's the score? How many outs? Who's running? All that has to go into your decision. So you got to think about it now, not as you're fielding the ball.
First at bat in the big leagues for Hicks. Picked up in the Rule 5 draft of the winner. Oh, shot back to Keller. Presence of mind to throw to first.
Wow.
A bullet back to Keller. Conine got back, 2 outs.
Perfectly right at his glove side. You know, Greg, I think, though, that if he didn't catch it, it would probably got a double play on it. That ball would have been handled probably pretty easily right out there by the bag, and then they're playing up the middle.
Derek Hill.
But you're not thinking about that at all. That ball's coming back at that speed. You're just kind of caught him. His glove's there anyway.
Trying to get out of this here. A 1-out walk and then the base hit to center. The inning started with a line out to Hayes, so some hard hit balls. The Conine single was hit hard up the middle. Derek Hill had a hit yesterday. In fact, he ambushed Paul Skeens leading off the third inning and doubled off the left field wall. Couple of strikes on Hill. Derek Hill, whose dad, Orsino Hill, played in the Pirates minor league system in the late 90s. Check swing, no go, 1-2.
They'll have those done by computer one of these days too. The check swings.
Yeah. Runner goes from first, and it's a called third strike. Derek Hill caught looking. Mitch Keller, his first strikeout of the night. It's 0-0. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Pirates gear. And here is Adam Frazier. He got an at-bat last night, drew a walk after the injury to Nick Gonzalez. In case you're joining us late, Gonzalez goes on the injured list. Frazier, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and then Tommy Pham here against Connor Gillespie, making his first start in the big leagues. Nick Gonzalez, non-displaced fracture in his left ankle. And Manuel Valdez, who was in spring training with the Pirates, signed as a non-roster invitee this winter. He's with the club. Foul ball by Adam Frazier. Talked about it in our open. Frazier can play a bunch of positions, though he was a two-time Gold Glove finalist at second base with the Pirates. Gillespie strikes out Adam Frazier. That is his first K of the night.
A breaking ball that went down and in. Swung over the top of
it. Gillespie made 6 appearances in spring training with the Marlins. 3.86 ERA. 16 in the third innings. Kiner Falefa takes ball one. Over 2 with a couple of walks last night. Scored a run. Part of a double steal.
There was a little chase on one of those breaking balls. Of course, he got the swing and a miss on the first pitch, same way.
Mentioned he had been selected in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft by Cleveland in December of 23. This is going to be out of play. And though he pitched 3 games in relief, a couple of different stints with the Guardians, most of last year at the AAA Columbus, where he made 27 appearances, 15 starts, and had an ERA just over 4. Gillespie was non-tendered by Cleveland in November, signed a free agent deal with the Atlanta Braves in November. And then they DFA'd him in January of this year and claimed that month by these Marlins. 2-2 on Kiner Falefa. And a base hit. The first hit for the Pirates is a 1-out single for IKF.
And they hung that breaking ball. Throws a lot of them. I think this is what the Pirates are going to have to go up there and be thinking about, is make sure when they get that breaking ball that's belled high, they don't miss it. Hit it hard somewhere.
Pham fouled out his first time, leading off the ball game.
You got a call there. That looked like it's a little bit outside.
Third base, getting 1, not able to get 2.
Almost didn't get 1.
Hawley, looked like that ball kind of came up on.
Yeah, a little bit of an ugly play. The way it came up, Greg, I thought he might not make the play. Maybe it'll go off the heel of his glove right there. But it just kind of messed him up enough to slow everything down.
That was really close at second.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how close until seeing the replay.
I didn't know either. I just saw that replay. I knew it was like fairly close. They almost didn't get 1, but I didn't know it was that close.
Graham Pauley, yeah, that ball did kind of come up on him. Stayed with it, got the ball to Lopez. Just barely beat Kiner Falefa. Pham at first with 2 outs and Reynolds. Pirates stole 6 bases last night, a couple of double steals. And it's a ball and a strike. Reynolds grounded out the first baseman Matt Mervis in that first inning. One and 2.
A couple of fastballs in a row. And that one was a chase out of the zone. Early on, he wasn't getting anybody hardly at all to swing at anything that was not a strike. Now, starting to get a little of that.
Just 92.
Yeah, Pirates might be getting a little over anxious with him.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Paying attention to Pham, who picked up one of those steals, front end of a double steal in the 9th inning last night. Checks. Did he go? He did, according to the third base umpire, Bill Miller.
I'm a little surprised at that. I didn't think he swung.
We take a look at our Pennsylvania Western University stat of the day. How about most career strikeouts by a Pirate since 2000? Garrett Cole tops that list. Lefty veteran Francisco Liriano, left-hander Paul Maholm, and Mitch Keller fourth since 2000. Most career strikeouts, and that
he'll be on top soon.
Yep, includes his one punch out that ended the second. Of course, remember 2 years ago, Keller set the Pirate record for a right-handed pitcher with 210 strikeouts. That topped the previous mark. A.J. Burnett in 2013 struck out 209. Last year, Keller 166 strikeouts in 178 innings.
It's a little difficult nowadays because you don't get the innings. You know, a pitcher like Keller 25, 30 years ago would be pitching 200 innings. So, I mean, his strikeouts would already be well above everybody else's.
Keller was really hoping to reach that 200 inning plateau a couple years ago. Pitched 194, 178 innings last year. Toward the line and left, and does Pham have room? He does, as he jumps up near the sidewall and makes a nice catch.
You do have some room here. This, I think, it's the only stadium where the wall is straight as a string from behind home plate all the way out. A lot of other places, you know, you get that little where it hooks out there, just beyond, maybe 50 feet past the infield, and then you got the little 5-foot gap that goes all the way out the rest of the way to the wall. Now, if you're in a ballpark like that, he might not be able to make that play. But the wall just goes both sides, just goes dead straight right to the outfield fence. The seats got a curve to them, but the wall doesn't.
Top of the order, Xavier Edwards. It's the wall.
Yeah, that right where the ball boy is sitting down there. Normally, there's a big curve there, like at our ballpark, and if somebody hits a ball down there, it'll kick back out. Sometimes the shortstop ends up going out there and getting that. There you can see how it's just dead straight all the way down there, and there's nothing ever for the ball to hit. And the outfielders have plenty of room to go there and make a catch.
And now out to Pham. Stays with it to retire Edwards.
Nice work out there. Had him positioned pretty good. He was shallow, so he didn't have to come in very far.
Tommy Pham, he means business out there.
He's a serious baseball player.
Very serious about winning. And he's talked about that over the years. And you can see it in his play. Kyle Stowers had the game-winning hit, a walk-off last night.
I thought the pitch was good pitch in a good spot. 2 strikes, up and in, fastball. He somehow just very quickly got the head of the bat out there and was able to hit it hard. Same pitch right there. That's the one.
Yeah.
But that was 93. The one last night was, I don't know, 97, 98. And he pulled it hard down in the corner with 2 strikes. That makes me think that, you know, there's a little bit of like, well, tap your hat to the other guy in that instance. When something bad happens, it's not always you did something wrong. They're getting paid also.
3-2 the count on Stowers. And Mitch Keller, speaking of strikeouts, is the third with another. 0-0.
Welcome into the Toyota Rav fourth inning. Greg Brown talked yesterday about Marlins manager Clayton McCullough working with a young O'Neill Cruz when he first came to the States as a shortstop in the Los Angeles Dodgers system. I spoke with McCullough this morning, and he said he's so happy for O'Neill. When he first met him, he was about 16 years old. He remembers him being such a sweet, gentle person with a ton of ability. He said he always knew he'd be a StatCast darling, but for him to put his tools together and mature as fast as he did on the field, turn himself into an everyday major league player, he's really happy for him to be here right now, Greg.
Yeah, it was a neat kind of reunion, though McCullough, as one of the coaches for the Dodgers last handful of years, would see O'Neill Cruz when the Dodgers and Bucks met, this time as the manager. Tell you what an impact that he had on Cruz and vice versa. We saw a pitch clock violation, and with that, the pitch comm device maybe not working. But I don't think that's going to change the ball call Chad Fairchild made. He's trying to punch it in. Is like the catcher. You see the catcher trying to.
Hey, it's like 3 tries, and it didn't look like the catcher raised his hand to call timeout.
It looked like it. I'll see if McCullough argues.
It's only ball 1. You know, but it did look like he tried to call timeout when it was like at 2 seconds when he realized that his pitcher wasn't hearing anything.
Looks like they're getting that straightened out. Don't think that that's going to change the call again. The pace clock violation. There's Daniel Moscas, the pitching coach, next to the rookie skipper Clayton McCullough.
Moscas, a former first rounder of the Pirates.
I believe that was Bob Walks. Was that your call?
Yeah, that was my pick. Yeah,
you went down. Where were you? New York?
I had to bail Steve out. Steve was supposed to go down and do that, and he didn't.
You were the Pirates representative?
So I had to go down, and I flew from Washington. It was in Orlando.
I was in
Washington to Orlando, and then back to New York all the same day. So, but at the stuff that I have to do, it's amazing.
3-0 count on Cruz. Figure he'll have a green light if he gets a pitch he likes.
Yeah, I would imagine. Didn't like that one. It was a strike, but up and in like that, you don't want to swing at that 3-0.
So he sees 3 pitches, draws the walk, and it's Joey Bart.
Well, I thought ball 1 wasn't going to be a big deal, but apparently it was.
Cruz stole a bag last night after walking in the 4th inning. O'Neill Cruz stole 22 bases last year, was caught once. I don't know if we talked about this on the air last night. Maybe we did, but with all the talk about Ellie De La Cruz around baseball, it's like he's the kind of the flavor of the month, and he is a talented player for the Cincinnati Reds. Their shortstop. Some have him ticketed to be the National League's MVP. You wonder if, you know, O'Neill Cruz doesn't take a little maybe offense to that.
He was running on that boy.
And maybe wants to show the baseball world his talents.
Aren't they buddies?
Yeah. Two 2-0. Pirates' second road trip will take them to Cincinnati. But this one here, 4 in Miami and then 4 against the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa. There's a strike.
Almost way outside. A couple weeks ago, you'd be tapping your helmet on
no
that
doubt.
pitch. And that's a big, important
That's a big swing.
3-0 to 2-1
Yeah.
with a runner already on, nobody out.
There goes Cruz. It's taken for a ball, and Cruz is into second, and he's on his way to third. A stolen base and an error.
Well, you got to think we'll take the lead here now. Nobody out. Cruz at third. Got a 3-1 count. He makes it look effortless, doesn't he?
Yeah. Long strides. Now the infield in with no one out. Throwing error on Liam Hicks, the catcher. 3-1 on Bart. He's aboard. And let's go down to Hannah with more on the stolen bases.
Greg, yesterday the Pirates' 6 stolen bases surpassed their most in a season opener since at least 1900. O'Neill Cruz active on those bases already, and manager Derek Shelton said he liked the aggression a lot yesterday, and specifically liked that double steal with Key Bryan taking third, because that was just a heads-up play by him, and overall they liked that they took advantage of situations. And Tarek Brock told me that this is a product of guys buying into a message that he and Rebello have been preaching, which is seizing opportunities and reading defenses pre-pitch.
And Andrew McCutchen will take advantage with a base hit to give the Pirates the lead. McCutchen thinking two, and he is into second base with a double. That ball looked like it might have hit Lopez in the head.
Yeah.
It's
That was
1-0.
weird.
Pirates on the double by McCutchen.
It was looked like it was going to be close. If he'd have caught the ball, it might have been a close call. But he misses the ball, and you're right, Greg. It hit him in the head. Kutch gets the big hit.
Last time he's seen something like
He
this.
puts a tag down before he catches the ball, and the ball comes up and hit. I don't think I've ever seen that. Wow. Not only get him in the head, it looked like it got him right in the ear. That's that'd be pretty painful. Yeah, look at that. He looked away.
Jeez.
He took his eye off the ball way early.
One of the Marlins
Take out
trainers.
off his earrings.
Pirates in business. McCutchen picks up his first RBI of the season.
And we're in business now. Now
Yeah.
you've got the big inning going. Nobody out. Runners at second and third.
Andrew McCutchen, career Pirate RBI number 819. He's 6th on the all-time Pirate RBI list. Bill Mazeroski with 853.
Kind of thought that might get their bullpen going, but I don't see anybody yet throwing.
Hayes popped out his first time up.
Good guy to be hitting right now. Hayes, he goes to right very well, and I think that's what you're looking for right here. Trying to get 3 runs out of this inning. If he hits the ball to right field.
Shot off the pitcher, and Hayes is safe at first, and the bases are loaded.
That hit him in the glove or in the body. Oh, pitching hand. Wow.
Surprised that the
Nobody even went out and looked at him.
Nobody's out there looking at him. He's looking at his hand, but
Yeah. I didn't realize he
Nobody
reached
checking
up
on
with
him.
his pitching hand to knock that down.
they're loaded now for Endy Rodriguez. Pick up his first hit. of the young campaign. After walking in his first plate appearance yesterday, opening day, he struck out his next 3 times. He popped up in his first at bat tonight. 1-0 Pirates with the bases loaded and no one out in the 4th. Connor Gillespie's first major league start. A ball and a strike. Right down the middle, 2 strikes.
You got to get one put in play here.
Two and two. Switch hitting catcher slash first baseman, second baseman, Endy Rodriguez. Back-to-back starts at first to begin the year. And lifted to shallow left. This will not do it. Joey Bart going to draw a throw. The left fielder Stowers shallow left. One away.
Oh, it's unfortunate that wasn't deep enough. Give them a little window of opportunity to roll a ground ball and get out of this.
Up to Adam Frazier with 1 out. Not to do that.
Infielders are kind of not really playing. They're going to play. They're still going to play in.
That's interesting.
Playing back a couple of steps a second. Yeah.
And a fly ball. That's not very deep either.
I don't think he'll try it.
Conine will make the catch, and Bart is going to try to score, and it's cut off at the mound.
Wow.
So the Pirates.
What was that about?
A 2-0 lead.
Looked like a good throw. Eye on line.
First baseman Matt Mervis cuts it off.
Why would he cut this off?
Wow. 2-0.
You see that sort of thing, and the first thing I always think of is like, we were just in spring training a couple days ago. That those kind of stuff you were doing every single day. Cutoffs and relays. Well, thank you.
Take it.
Not sure Bart would have made it.
Kiner Falefa. This is away. 0-2.
You know, a lot of times too, Greg, you might cut the ball off. Because you think it's going to be offline, but he never moved left or right to go get that ball. It's just right at him.
Yeah. Still 1-2. So Frazier gets the ribby, the sac fly, and Bart scores. Pirates take advantage of 2 walks to lead off this 4th inning. Cruz and Bart both score. McCutcheon still at second, Hayes at first. And IKF with a fly ball to left center. Stowers makes the catch. Bucks pick up a couple. Get free MLB.tv with T-Mobile. Redeem today at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Adam Frazier, the RBI, scoring Bart. Andrew McCutchen, RBI double, that brought in Cruz, and now Mitch Keller faces Jonah Bride to start the bottom half of the 4th inning in Miami. Brian Reynolds robbed Bride of a hit in the 1st. Designated hitter Jonah Bride.
And Keller gets a couple of runs that can work with now, and he very aggressive, jumps out. Quick 2 strikes. Now quick 3rd strike.
Three pitches gets him his 3rd K.
You get a little lead, you get aggressive with that strike zone. Make use of it. Get your pitch count very efficient.
And that strikeout was presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. In the air, right center, there's Cruz.
4 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah. Mervis brings up Lopez. Pirates home opener is coming up on Friday, a week from today. PNC Park, 4-1-2 first pitch. Pirates and the Yankees, opening day presented by Giant Eagle, and all fans coming to the game get a 2025 magnetic schedule. Get your tickets at pirates.com opening day. 1 week from today, PNC Park, Pirates open up against the Bronx Bombers. Don't know what that rotation will be, but it's possible that Mitch Keller will be starting that home opener. Strike on Otto Lopez, who was hit in the head on that throw to second on the McCutchen double. Deep short, and IKF, the stretch by Andy Rodriguez, gets Lopez. 1, 2, 3. Quickly done for Keller. On to the 5th. 2-0 Buccos. And we'll just make sure they're not going to challenge. It looked like they got him by about.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning, the big left fielder, number 20, Tommy Bunning.
2-0 5th inning. Here's Tommy Pham leading off for the Pirates. He's fouled out and bounced into a force play. Connor Gillespie, his first major league start.
Kind of escaped a big problem in that last inning. He had a chance to let that game. Well, we had a chance to break it open. He could have let it slip away from him.
Bounced, and you could just see that develop as that ball eats up Graham Pauley at third, and Pham is on.
Lucky said, my bad. You know, if he would have been confident at that, he would have probably charged it and got it before it bounced. Laid back just enough.
Charged with the error. Second error of the game for the Marlins, who are without Connor Norby. That was a big loss. Their third baseman out with the left oblique just as spring training was coming to a close. They're also without their right fielder, Jesus Sanchez, also a strained oblique. Suffered that injury mid-March. Oh, 1 on Reynolds. He's grounded out and struck out. See the pitch count for Connor Gillespie approaching 70.
Remember, this is just his first big league start. He's only just 3 games out of the bullpen before tonight.
Strikeout, the second time he's gotten Reynolds.
So he's actually doing pretty darn well.
Yeah, well, all things considered, kind of thrust into this rotation. They've had injuries to the rotation as well. And here he is starting game 2 of the season. There goes Pham. And the Pirates taking advantage on the bases here the first 2 games. Another steal. Pham stole a base last night.
Gillespie's slow to the plate. Big leg. He brings that knee up almost to his chest. And if he doesn't develop a slide step or something, people are going to be doing that all year long. Can't be that slow home.
0-1 on Cruz. Rips this to right. If it stays fair, it's a line drive home run, and it is a Cruz missile. O'Neill Cruz, just a matter of whether it would stay fair, and it does. His first home run, and it gives the Pirates a 4-0 lead.
I was a little nervous, Greg. I thought it might hit that pillar.
Well, he is a StatCast darling for a reason. That's 115 miles an hour for his first home run of the year. We talked about it. His first at bat. He's playing angry tonight.
I don't want it to hit that pillar. I mean, it holds up that whole roof over there, you know.
That home run brought to you by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of Pittsburgh baseball coverage on SNP.
See the look on his face there. You know what Greg's talking about. He's a serious man. He was out here early, just staring at the field.
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah.
No one around him. No doubt thinking about those mistakes that he made on the field yesterday.
I mean, he's kind of a happy-go-lucky guy. You see him around most of the time, smiling. Like people tell joke, he has a big laugh and stuff. But I like it when he's got the war face on. He's got it on tonight.
A home run, a stolen base, 2 runs scored. Just could be a monster year for O'Neill Cruz, and you know, he knows that the time is now. He had the first full season in 2024 after missing just about all of 2023. Put a good year together last year. 21 homers, 773 OPS, drove in 76, but there's more in there.
He took a big stride last year.
Yeah.
His work against left-handed pitchers. That's the thing I would take most from last season, because that was a big, I think, concern of everybody's. Can he hit lefties? And I think, I'd say what, about the last 2.5 months?
Yep.
He really turned it on against left-handers. Got to the point where he's hitting them better than he was right-handers.
Yeah. An impressive home run to give the Pirates a 4-0 lead. Andrew McCutchen's double last inning. See his numbers from last season. .38-year-old Andrew McCutchen, drafted in the first round by the Pirates in 2005. Traded in January of 2018 to the Giants for Brian Reynolds, Kyle Crick, and here's this double. Double for Andrew McCutchen. Next extra base hit will be his 800th of his major league career. One of the all-time great Pirates. That hit also his 2,153rd career hit, matching Don Mattingly on the all-time Major League Baseball hits list.
You know what I think is impressive with him too, Greg, is that you watch him as a very young man, and you see the stance and the swing now. Not really a whole lot has changed. You know, he's made little adjustments here and there, but he's still got that same look at the plate that he had young 20 when he come up, 22, 21, something like
22.
that. Yeah, it's 22. It's his numbers, 22.
He's been able to style the walks as an older player. I just saw that bat flip. Brian Hayes.
Well, he's always been had the real good eye, and I'll bet you that came out of like frustration over not getting pitches to hit.
Yeah.
And now it's just kind of a thing.
Hayes, kind of 1-on-1. Andrew McCutchen. The free pass. That's 819 walks in his Pirates career. That's also 5th on the all-time Pirates walks list. Very high pop, third base. Paulie makes the catch for the final out. 2-run line drive home run for O'Neill Cruz. It's 4-0. Pirates Baseball is brought to you in part by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. Family owned and operated. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it so you can stand in it. O'Neill Cruz, the line drive home run. Here's Griffin Conine. Keller very efficient last inning. He's retired the side in order each of the last 2 frames. Conine singled off of him in the second. Keller will turn 29 years old next Friday, and maybe he pitches that home opener on his birthday.
He has really turned into the guy that seems to pitch an inning longer than everybody else. Look at the pitch count now. It's, what is it, 55, 56 in the 5th inning.
We get another out, fly ball. Pham called off by Cruz.
He has the knack of getting lazy fly balls, routine ground balls, instead of foul balls. They're outs.
Yeah.
Instead of I fouled that one off, fouled that off. He didn't have those long 6-7 pitch at bats. Well, that looks good right there, doesn't it? A little coffee. I think I'm going to have a little
Hallie will get
coffee
you some.
soon. Huh?
Hallie will get you some, our stage manager.
I already have my order in.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Here's Liam Hicks. Don't spill it, Bob.
No, I won't. I very seldom spill anything.
Mitch Keller. That line drive by Hicks back to the box.
I came in here today, though. Everything seemed to be a little sticky. Like, I don't know, something got spilled earlier in the day.
No, that's not true. Not sticky at all. I've cleaned up the countertop. Still 1-2. I think that the wind knocked over the, coffee.
That camera was on, and they recorded you spilling your coffee. I think that might have happened. I don't think it was the wind.
What do you think of this camera capturing everything we do, by the way? You like that?
Spy camera, yeah. Well, when it works in my favor.
Back to the mound. Keller handles that.
And that's another thing, too, about Keller that we bring up every now and then, and it's showed up a couple times. He's very athletic out there on the mound. He's very good at covering first. He gets over there really quick. But there's cameras everywhere.
How sweet it is.
It's like a doorbell camera. It's always on.
One on Derek Hill. Born in Des Moines, Iowa.
You put tape over your camera on your laptop here or anything?
I should.
So people won't.
Good call.
Well, they can hack in there and see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Read your email, all that stuff. Very
Here comes Hayes. Quick transfer and gets the speedy Derek Hill. Bang, bang play at first base there. Boy, Hill was flying down the line at first to keep Ryan Hayes that quick.
views. They'll look over this one really close in New York. out call.
Pirates think it's going to be overturned. Mitch Keller's going back out to the mound.
I like the fact that it was an out call on the field.
Keller grabbed the baseball and is ready to head to the mound. Bart's headed to.
So if it's inconclusive, if they're not sure, they'll have to go without.
Now the Marlins are going through their between inning entertainment, unaware of this challenge.
I knew this one was going to take a while. It's extremely close.
Clayton McCullough, there he is, named the 17th manager in Marlins history this winter.
I don't know. If I was an umpire in New York, and that's what I saw.
Here we go.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The
Ah,
runner is safe. Miami will retain their challenge.
Pirates head back onto the field, and Graham Pauley will come to the plate. Face Keller.
see, I couldn't really tell. Can you, Greg? Because from that view, I can't see if the foot hits the bag or not.
Great, I don't.
We're blocked.
Yeah.
You can see the ball going in the glove, but was the foot all the way down? There it's down, but now you look up and the ball. Well, the ball's in the glove too. But you know they can put a couple different views together.
Yeah, yeah. Match them
And
yeah.
like watch from both sides at the same time.
Right.
We really can't do that. I don't think we can. We'll probably have that technology by the end of the season. I think that's why they have that flashing light down there before the game. You ever seen that, the flashing light? That synchronizes all the cameras. Everybody, all the cameras focus on that flashing light.
Okay, yeah.
And then
They're
now
all
you
synced
know
up.
that
Yeah.
the view from both cameras, if you put them together, they're actually at the same exact time. I don't think they do that all the time. I think it's maybe the first game of a series or something. They put the flashing lights up. No, I just was told it's every day they put the flashing lights up.
We're being told.
I
2-1.
I guess it's just the
Line drive. Fair. Just
Get it in.
inside
Gotta
the
get it
line. Into the corner it goes. And they're going to get a run out of it. And stopping at second base with an RBI double is Graham Pauley, taking full advantage of the overturned call. And the Marlins on the board as Hill races around to score.
So that call that was probably a half-inch either way turns into a run. Now off the bat, I thought for sure, oh, that's going to hook foul. And then look at that, right on the edge of the chalk line. Wow. Now, we couldn't see down there from the booth, but it was encouraging to get the ball in, and Reynolds did a good job. Boy, he picked it up barehanded, turned and fired immediately.
Graham Pauley making up for his miscue. Ground ball, fan, top of this fifth inning. Center field, Fan back and makes the catch. Line drive by Edwards. And the Marlins on the board. It's 4. 365 live betting odds. Endy Rodriguez plus 280 to get a hit as he leads off for the Pirates here against new pitcher Tyler Phillips. He was 0 for 2 against the starter Connor Gillespie. 5 innings for Gillespie, 4 runs, 3 earned on 4 hits in his first major league start. Rodriguez was 0 for 2 against him. A pop up to second, a fly out to left.
Phillips' numbers from last season. Only 36 innings, not a lot there, but numbers aren't very good.
Good work against the Pirates last year at PNC Park in July. 6 scoreless innings in his 3rd career start. And he strikes out Endy Rodriguez to begin the 6th inning.
That was a chase.
Now Adam Frazier. Sacrifice fly. Fly ball to shallow right field. In the 4th inning brought in Joey Bart. He is starting at second base tonight. Derek Shelton said they'll have some others there. Someone mentioned Jared Triolo and of course Manuel Valdez, who was obtained this winter in a trade from the Boston Red Sox by the Pirates for a minor league pitcher. And Manuel Valdez we saw in spring training last 2 years with the Boston Red Sox. And that's a fair ball past first for Frazier. And he's going to try for 2. And he's going to be out at second base. Griffin Conine got to it quickly. Xavier Edwards applied the tag.
I'm a little surprised that he was able to get him out. Frazier hits a ground ball right over the top of the bag. I don't think there's too many times in his life where it hadn't been a double. And that's one wasn't all that close. He ran hard out of the box. It wasn't like he was just going down half speed and then tried to turn it on. It was just a good play by Conine.
Kiner Falefa.
Needs a new paint job.
In the air to center. Tyler Phillips faces the minimum to up the hit, but Conine throws out Frazier. Pirates up 4-1. Back in the dugout during the break, Tarek Brock, Pirates first base coach, and Adam Frazier. I think Brock explaining how quickly Griffin Conine got to that ball. Kyle Stowers faces Mitch Keller. How'd that happen?
How'd that ball get to second so quick? Well, I mean, he had to go to second base. Had to give it a shot.
Yeah, my gosh. Right down the line over the bag. As you said, can't be many times in his career that's happened. Stowers, Bride, and Matt Mervis here in this 6th inning against Keller. Stowers has hit into a double play and struck out. Keller's fan 3. Changeup is something that Keller talked about maybe wanting to throw more this year.
He's got such a variety. A lot of times guys have 6 different pitches that are they really that different, but each one of Keller's is a little different than the other.
Ooh, Bart thought that was strike 3, and
it was.
He's called a ball.
That was a tap to helmet pitch. But you know, early in his career, I thought that was a little bit of a detriment to him. It would seem like he's trying to throw everything, and
yeah,
you know, he would. It was like he was getting confused.
Yeah.
Last 3 years or so, it's just he picks out a couple of them that are working real well, mixes in one of the others, usually either the 4-seam or the 2-seam fastball. And that's it. He's kind of a 3-pitch guy almost all the time. You just never know which 3 he's going to have working in any particular game.
10th changeup he's thrown in this game as this ball's fouled off. About 13 sliders.
He'll throw a cutter, 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider.
He's thrown 4 curveballs. And he gets another chase on a fastball there. Strikeout for the 2nd time, Stowers.
And batting, the designated hitter, number 41,
You see the pitch usage.
He's mixed in everything. But you can see there that there's probably, I don't know, 60% of his pitches have been 3 things.
Yeah. Jonah Bride. 2-0. One of Keller's 4 strikeouts. Brian Reynolds made a fine running catch in the 1st inning off Jonah Bride. And Hayes.
Nice routine out.
And with that, let's go down to Hannah.
Well, one of Mitch Keller's goals this offseason was to develop that changeup you guys have been mentioning. He told me that it went a lot better than he expected through spring and a lot better than anyone else thought either. I asked what specifically surprised him, and he said the movement profile on it, being able to throw it for strikes when he wanted, and just the overall command. He expressed that usually experimenting with a new pitch, it can be hard to command it and get a feel for it, but the main positive, though, of course, is that this pitch gives him just another weapon against left-handed hitters, Greg.
Thank you, Hannah, as Matt Mervis lines one just past the outstretched glove of Adam Frazier.
On a changeup.
Just as Hannah was talking about it.
It's very important, too, to be able to throw the changeup where you want it. As much or more than most of your other pitches, because it's most effective when the hitter is in what is known as a hitter's count. When he's being more aggressive, that's when you really want to pull the string. but if you can't command it for a strike, you're reluctant to do it in a 2-0-3-1 type count. You got to be able to have the same arm action and trust the grip to take the velocity off the pitch. You do nothing else. You throw it same arm speed, everything, just like a fastball, but the grip, basically taking one of your two power fingers off the back of the ball, that's what takes the speed off.
Another look. That slider from Keller to Otto Lopez. Oh, dandy fastball outside corner. Miller's pitch count at 85, and with that, Caleb Ferguson starts to loosen. And bouncing ball. There's IKF. Quick flip to second for the out, and that's the longest season debut for Mitch Keller. 6 stellar innings for Keller. (4-1) Pirates. Mitch Keller, 6 solid innings. There he's talking to Derek Shelton. Looks like he's done.
Heck of a job. He made it look easy tonight. He's the guy I like to have out there on a night like this.
Congratulations from Cruz, and of course Cruz helped the cause with the 2-run homer.
And last night was a little bit of a rough game for the Buccos, and I want to have Keller go out there and really settle things down, and he did that. That was a very fine 6 innings he went.
A nice play. Pham is retired by the shortstop Edwards. Bang bang play. Pham stole a base after reaching on an error in the 5th, and the Pirates' stolen bases 8 now. First 2 games of the series. Pennsylvania Western University educating you. 8 steals first 2 games of the season. Tied for 4th most ever since the live ball era in 1920. That's a fair ball, hits the bag. 2 outs. And now it's Cruz.
That should have gone as a base hit, Rick.
I know it. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. O'Neill Cruz. There it is. 115 miles an hour.
Didn't stay in the air long, did it?
No, not much hang time for sure.
They would have been able to run that one back.
Yeah. Hit that off the starter Gillespie, now facing Tyler Phillips. One ball, one strike on Cruz. And he hits this in the air to right center for a base hit. He's on base for a third straight time.
Got a feeling he won't be at first long.
The most steals by any team since 1920. The Orioles swiped 10 the first 2 games of the 2023 campaign. Another look. Joey Bart. A sliding stop made, but an infield hit for Bart. I was way in on him, and he muscled it. Edwards made the stop, but a hit. 2 on, 2 outs. Just another infield hit for Joey Bart.
Probably wanted to come up and fire to second, but you can't do that with Cruz going down there. He takes that play away from. That would be a long throw to go to first. And if you're off target, that ball gets away, Cruz is going to score.
Andrew McCutchen, RBI double in the 4th. And another pitch-com issue, it looks like. And the catcher this time, Hicks, gets a timeout from the home plate umpire.
You know, the first year they did this, I could kind of understand, you know, getting the bugs out, but this keeps year after year going on and on. I don't
almost every game somebody has an issue.
I don't understand it. Multiple times a game.
Yeah. And now a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Your headquarters for luxury mattresses. Levin Furniture and Mattress.
There's Clayton McCullough, replaced Skip Schumacher, manager of the Marlins, and I think maybe they need to go get another one.
Well,
is the receiver or the transmitter not working?
Go back to giving signs.
Well, that boy came out with
give signs.
Effective.
Nail the trash cans into the ground so they can't pick them up, beat on them, and you'll be fine.
This gives us a chance to remind you not to forget about how you can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com. As long as you're in SNP's territory, you can log on with your current provider and get direct access to live Pirates games, plus all the Pittsburgh sports content you love. And just announced yesterday, SNP 360 is now available on Roku for those of you with that service. Glad you'll be able to join us for every Pirates game all season long. Ready to go is Andrew McCutchen now against Tyler Phillips. Bounces it to short for the force. 2 left. Pirates up 4-1.
Going to take a look at some of Keller's change-ups he's thrown. Sorry, Greg. 11 of them tonight, and you can see like there's really a consistent movement on every one of them, and that's what makes it easier for him to try and control. Is that they're always kind of coming back. There's a couple of them there. He went to the first base side of the plate, and even those look like they tried to work their way back toward the strike zone. So he really has a consistent spin on the ball and a pretty consistent release with that changeup grip that he's got. So the work he did in spring training, yeah, I agree, it definitely paid off. There you see his numbers tonight. Beautiful job.
Gives way to Caleb Ferguson. Made his Pirates debut last night. Veteran lefty. First pitch. And there's Hayes.
Caleb's numbers brought to you by Valvoline.
He pitched the 7th inning last night. Retired the first 2 batters, then hit the 3rd hitter he faced, Nick Fortes, before getting Xavier Edwards to foul out to end the 7th. Liam Hicks. Keller, 86 pitches you saw on your screen, 58 for strikes. Hicks was in the Texas and Detroit organizations last year. 3-0.
I think Caleb wanted the first pitch and that last one. I understand why you're calling that high fastball strike. Both of them were up there. There's another one. That one he does give to him. That one's a little inside. So count might be even now, or where it's supposed to be.
Walk.
Caleb is not happy. Him shaking his head. That one caught the outside edge.
Eric Wagaman going to pinch run.
See how windy it is? Look at Caleb's uniform fluttering.
Pushing that bunt up. And Endy Rodriguez going to make a diving play. And it's the out at first. Endy Rodriguez back to his catching days.
You got to be very athletic to do this. And with a left-hand pitcher on the mound, you're getting no help. It's you or nobody. You're solo out there. You either make it on your own or it's not made. Just barely got that tag on. Real close. But that's the purpose of that bunt. You're trying to, you don't care if the first baseman goes and gets the ball. You just want to make him go far enough so you can win the race to the bag. And Endy is quick enough to where getting him off the bag is even more important than some other first basemen that are, there's a lot of times those guys are kind of plotters. And they're not going to be able to make that play with a fast guy.
Heck of a play.
Endy can do that.
So Wagaman to pinch hit for Pauly. Dane Myers. This pitch is taken for ball 1. That was Dane Myers, not over at second. Inside to the pinch hitter Wagaman. And that's out of play. 2-1. So Liam Hicks on at second base with 2 outs. And 4-1 Pittsburgh on top here in the 7th. Caleb Ferguson. Pirates signed as a free agent. Years with the Dodgers. Out of play. Wagaman bats for Graham Pauley. Pauley, a lefty hitter.
Oh yeah, nice.
Got him looking. Head to the 8th. Pirates baseball is presented by Cohen Markets. Learn how to save 20 cents off per gallon every time you visit. Visiting Lone Depot Park for the 2nd straight year, opening the season. And now Ke'Bryan Hayes drives one to deep left center field. Oh, and a nice play going back on it, staying with it. Stowers to the wall in left center.
Thought he had that one. You know, those big windows out there, Greg, are all wide open. I wonder if there's some air coming in to knock that one down a little. He went all the way to, that's a long ways out there, though.
Yeah.
Used to be a lot further.
There's Andy Rodriguez.
They, I think with center and right center, they brought the fences in quite a bit.
Hayes.
Yeah, he knew he got it. I think it's there's a little breeze coming in through that window. We saw the way Caleb's uniform was fluttering down there. So we know on the playing surface anyway, you can see those big open windows up above the that little walkway deck they got. I mean, they're huge. Might be the biggest windows in baseball.
Yeah.
Basically, it's that they're the wall. They're the outside with those windows are the wall of left field. The ballpark.
4-pitch walk to Andy Rodriguez. Eric Wagaman, who pinch hit for Paulie, is now at third base, and Dane Myers, who started the inning as a pinch hitter for Griffin Conine, is now in right field. Tyler Phillips, his third inning, I guess, of work for Tyler Phillips. Adam Frazier wants it foul.
It sounded like he hit the bat twice. Yep.
Last time up against Phillips in the 6th inning, he singled past first, right down the line, and then right fielder Griffin Conine made a nice play to get him at second base, trying to stretch it into a double. 7 hits for Pittsburgh now. They've out hit the Marlins 7-5. That's a pretty looking play that they turn into 2. Lopez to Edwards to Mervis. And now to the bottom of the 8th inning, it's 4-1 Pirates. Pirates lead, bottom of the 8th inning. This Pirates pitching change is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust. And it's Ryan Borucki.
Numbers brought to you by Valvoline. A little bit of a rough season last year, but a lot of health problems. The reason for that. Year before, healthy, tremendous numbers.
Past first. Well, Edwards, a leadoff single. Let's go back down to Hannah.
This spring was a bit different for Ryan Borucki as he was competing hard for a spot in his bullpen after a down year last year dealing with a nerve issue in his throwing arm. Borucki told me that last season he just chalked it up to having a bad year. He had to move forward. That injury, though, gave him a better appreciation for staying healthy in this game, something he focused a lot on this offseason. He even put weight on for durability to help with that. He said this game can put you through a mental roller coaster and test your patience, but now his goal is to play a full 162, Greg.
That'd be tremendous, Hannah. It'd be huge for this bullpen. As Hannah said, Borucki was so effective 2 years ago. First season with the Pirates. Dennis Santana loosening in the Pirates' pen. Borucki got out of a bases loaded situation in the 6th inning last night, striking out pinch hitter Dane Myers. Keller said Stowers did not offer at that pitch. 2-1. The Marlins have bullpen action as well. It's 2-2 on Stowers.
A couple of swings right here, making this look like he's a little overmatched. That was the check swing there, I think. But he's had a couple bad-looking swings. So we can get one more out of him.
Hard hit. Oh, nice pick there by Andy Rodriguez. And look at that play by the first baseman, Andy Rodriguez. Double play.
That was just outstanding. You can't play first base better than that. And not talking about the pick on the smash, but
look at go right at him.
Yeah, the way he played the play afterwards. Got the force out. He stops. He didn't just turn and blindly throw.
Yeah.
It just runs him into an easy out. That's the way that position's played. Wow.
Tremendous. Jonah Bride.
He put that play with the one he made on the bunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might see that in the open tomorrow. Maybe one of those. Maybe both.
We'll decide. Don't you worry about it. Strike. My man Matt Capps.
Is he hitting next inning?
Who, Andy?
Yeah, there he hit last inning.
He hit last inning.
Yeah.
2-2 on Jonah Bride. Why did you ask, by the way?
Well, if he's like leading off, a lead-off double or something, I guarantee you we're seeing him in the open. Or actually, no, you would be. I'm actually on radio tomorrow.
No, Ryan Baraki might see him in the open tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a nice
That
inning
might
right
be
there.
the theme, pitching tomorrow, and
pitching.
defense.
Could be, yeah.
Don't worry about that tomorrow.
I'll be watching.
I know that. Reminder, Saturday, April 19th, the Cleveland Guardians at PNC Park. It's a 4:05 game, and the first 20,000 fans get a bobblehead featuring 2024 National League Rookie of the Year pitcher Paul Skeens, presented by PNC. Go to pirates.com/promotions. That's Saturday, April 19th. A 4:05 start, Cleveland in town, and the first 20,000 fans get a Paul Skeens bobblehead thanks to PNC. Skeens there next to his buddy Jared Jones. Anthony Veniciano. Isaiah Connor Palefa. Hugging the line, foul.
Smartly. Let it go. Going down the line. Can't really look over his shoulder, but he was hoping. Pick it up, pick it up.
Get right back up on that horse. David Bednar suffered the loss in the game yesterday. Come out, try and close it out. Connor Falefa did last year with the Blue Jays and Pirates. Tonight he is 1 for 3. Played nicely by Lopez. One away. Lopez was tops in the National League in terms of outs above average last year. Otto Lopez, 17 outs above average.
You might have one of those, what do they call, wrestler ears tomorrow?
Cauliflower, yeah. Tommy Pham, strike. Ball, 1 strike on Tommy Pham. Reached on an error in the 5th. Stole a base aboard when Cruz homered. Pirates took a 2-0 lead in the 4th inning. RBI double by Andrew McCutchen. Later a sacrifice fly by Adam Frazier. The inning started with back-to-back leadoff walks. Connor Gillespie, his first major league start, walked Cruz and Joey Bart. We'll never know whether Bart would have scored, but Matt Mervis, the first baseman, cut off the throw from right in that 4th inning and scored without a play. And then in the 5th, Pham aboard, and O'Neill Cruz lined his first home run of the young season over the right field wall. Two count on Pham. 1 for 3. A walk and a hit by a pitch last night. Season debut for Veniciano. And Edwards, a bobble, a drop, and an error. And that's the 3rd error of the night for the Fish.
Struggling with the defense. That was probably the worst one. I mean, there was nothing to that. There was no tough hop or anything. He simply clanked that one.
Reynolds hitless in 4 trips, struck out twice against the starter, grounded out twice to first. And this time batting right-handed for the first time in the first 2 games of the series. Been pretty consistent over the years as a switch hitter, both sides of the plate for Reynolds.
When he first came up, I think right-handed numbers weren't quite as good. But worked hard at it. I agree, not much difference.
Probably didn't get a ton of at-bats from this side spring training. Two and two.
I don't know. If I see him tomorrow, ask him about that bat. It looks like he's using a bigger bat.
Yeah, it does look. Yeah, you're right.
Look at that. Especially that shot there.
Yeah. Gonna check again. You could hear the home plate umpire say you got to check it.
Well, it just got knocked off. Did you see him call time?
No.
And he had to go back and pick it up. I guess it's held on with Velcro or something, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
It was laying in the dirt back there. I was going to point out, I was going to say, hey, Greg, look, it fell off over there. But it was like, well, now we've talked about that thing enough tonight. And then 2 pitches later, now it's not working again. And now it is.
2-2 to Brian Reynolds with runner at first and 1 out. And another error allows Pham to go up 90 feet, and a base hit can give the Pirates a 5-1 lead. He won.
Had him picked off. He was running. Got excited. Oh, I got him. No, you don't.
So 4 errors now for the Marlins. 1 out. Pham at second. Reynolds, who, by the way, in his career, a .279 hitter from this side of the plate, .275 as a lefty batter. OPS higher from the other side of the plate in his career. .842 OPS, .772 as a right-handed hitter. Feliciano was picked up off waivers by the Marlins. Made an appearance against the Pirates in September at PNC Park. Originally picked by the Royals 2019, and Reynolds strikes out for a 3rd time tonight, 2 away. And here is Cruz. Bob was talking about that. The big difference for Cruz, especially last year, was how comfortable he seemed against lefty pitching. Second half of the year in particular. A fly ball to center field. And racing back to make the catch is Derek Hill. Pirates leave a man. David Bednar going to try and close it. 4-1 Pirates. Pirates baseball is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, service you can see, experts you can trust. Here he is, the Renegade. He faces Matt Mervis. Ball one. Nick Fortes started the 9th inning yesterday with a triple to center field. O'Neill Cruz kind of misplayed it from at least a double into a triple. And 1-1. And then there was the intentional walk to Xavier Edwards, and then Stowers followed Kyle Stowers with the game-winning hit down the line and right. Ball, 1 strike. Good pitch, 1-2.
Yeah, there. Curveball, good command of it. Right to knees, out in front now. 1-2.
David Bednar, 2-time Pirate All-Star. Struggled last year after tying for the lead in saves 2 years ago. 97 up. Curveball missed, 3-2.
He didn't want to mess with that one. And he missed by enough to where no chance to really get a chase on it. You need to get that at least close.
This is badly there.
Got up front, 1-2.
Second baseman, number 6,
Bart converses with that.
I like that visit, you know, saying, hey,
yeah,
nobody hurt. Let's just go after the hitters now. Don't really pay attention to that guy.
Otto Lopez.
Got a 3-run lead. Get the hitters.
Ball deep left center field. A 2-run homer. It's 4-3. Otto Lopez.
I don't know what to say, Greg. Now that fastball didn't have a lot of zip on it, I don't think. That might have been kind of more of a like a, I'm going to get the ball over the plate, get a strike one pitch. Oh, that was 96. And it was out of the strike zone up.
Dennis Santana gets up in the Pirates bullpen.
And we know that's a long way out there.
Bouncing ball. IKF on the move. Throws out Myers and a big first out for Bednar.
Maybe that'll give him a little bit of a boost. Nice defensive play.
Santana up in the Pirates pen.
Wouldn't they throw a little bit earlier? He'd probably be kind of already loose. If they get somebody on, they might go to him right away.
Liam Hicks.
A good fastball there, 97.
Walk, home run, ground out. Hicks 0 for 2 with a walk. His first big league start.
Yep. I don't know if we've seen him throw the splitter yet, have we?
I don't think so. Bounce right to IKF. And that's 2 outs. One more big one to get for Bednar. Faces Derek Hill. Hill had an infield single in the 5th. The Marlins challenged. Original out call at first. It was overturned. Tried to bunt for a hit his last time up in the 7th inning, and an outstanding defensive play by first baseman Endy Rodriguez got him.
A lot of curveballs so far.
1 ball, 1 strike. Time called by Hill. Bednar trying to notch the save for Keller, who went 6, gave up 1 run on 5 hits. Caleb Ferguson a scoreless 7th. Ryan Baraki a scoreless 8th. Two and two, high fastball. Well, Bart motion after the swing and the miss. 2 and 2. Oh, wanted it, and that was an edge pitch.
That was a pretty curveball. Man, that could have been it. That could have been it. Should have been it.
Right at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah.
Bart brought it up.
But you can see there.
3 and 2. Bednar looking for the save. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Renegade gets the save in Miami. Whew. He holds the fort. O'Neill Cruz, the line drive, 2-run homer, the difference. How good that must feel for Bednar.
Yeah.
What he must have thought when that ball left the yard. And then he gets the next 2 ground balls and he strikes out Derek Hill.
It's so tough being a closer. Yeah, everything just has to roll off you for the next night. They got this one in the books. Got that chase upstairs after throwing a great pitch, a great curveball on the pitch before that, right at the knees. Didn't get a swing, didn't get a call.
Well, that's kind of understated, but I got to think deep down that's as good as satisfying a save as he's had in a while.
Oh, yeah. He'll sleep better tonight.
The Renegade gets the save.
How about that guy?
Yeah. He played angry.
He came serious at about noon.
And hit a serious home run. And it turned out to be the difference in this game. O'Neill Cruz. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Nice defensive play in that bottom of the 9th. Helps with the save. Pirates even their record now at 1-1, and we go downstairs to Hannah.
O'Neill, I was told that the sting of yesterday would provoke change today in you. What did yesterday do for your mindset coming into this one?
¿Qué fue lo que pasó ayer que te dio ese ánimo para que hoy pudieras salir afuera y jugar de la manera que jugaste hoy?
Yo digo que el enfoque del juego, tú sabes, son cosas que uno no quiere que pasen en el juego y simplemente ayer pasó, pues, sabes, nos movemos para el otro día y seguimos enfocados.
we just move on. You know, we keep the same focus for today, or even better. Things happen for a reason. Yesterday wasn't my best game, but today we came out here and do our best.
Your best 115 mile per hour missile for a home run today. What can a hit like that do for your confidence?
Dice que fue el batazo del jonrón fue a 115 millas por hora. ¿Qué puede hacer eso para tu confianza?
Yo digo que mucho, sabes que lo de ayer vengo bastante enfocado de sprint en los turnos y sabes, ha podido tener buenos resultados ya en el juego temprano.
After yesterday, that's a really good sign, and that's the plan. We've been working on that since spring training, just so you have better at bats and take pitches and stuff like that. And today they paid off.
3 stolen bases already on the season. What's your goal? Because that's an aggressive approach to start.
Tiene 3 bases robadas ahora mismo, muy agresivo. ¿Cuál es tu meta para esta temporada?
Continuar jugando fuerte y robarme la base que pueda, así mis compañeros me ven y empiezan a hacer lo mismo.
Just to stay healthy and just go out there and do my best and steal as many bags as I can.
O'Neill, a great win all the way around, but defensively, your buddy Endy Rodriguez made some great plays at first base. What was it like to see his athleticism on display today?
Obviamente un juego defensivo muy bueno. ¿Cómo se sintió el poder ver a Endy Rodríguez también haciendo la jugada que hizo en primera?
Yo digo que mucho, ya que con el tiempito que tiene jugando ahí primera, en los 2 juegos que ha venido jugando lo ha hecho bastante bien y ¿sabes? Para mí me siento bastante contento por él porque ha venido haciendo buen trabajo y ha estado trabajando mucho en primera también.
Really happy for Endy. You know, he hasn't been able to play that much first base, but he's showing a lot of good signs, and I'm really happy for him in his defensive game today.
Really happy for you too as well, O'Neill. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck moving forward. There's that smile finally, Brownie. How about it? Great Bucks win today all around.
Yes, after the win, the smile from O'Neill Cruz. Good to see that again. And good to see the Pirates get the W. And David Bednar gets the save, and Mitch Keller, what a strong start for Keller. 6 innings, 1 run, 86 pitches. Caleb Ferguson, Ryan Barucki, a couple of scoreless innings, and then Bednar after the 2-run homer to make it a 1-run game, gets the next 3, gets the save. And the Pirates and Marlins have now an even 1-1 record. They will match up again tomorrow afternoon. Stick around. Post game is coming your way next.